just doesn't get much better than this. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Akbar. The Bruins offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
You know what I really like about game? At this point in the season, you find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Makes a move. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Now, that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Wants to fire on second down. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for second down. Now the play fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Offense getting set for first down. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Give to Brown. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen,
he can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And they try them. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Going up top on first down. He's going for it all. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. To the 10. Afterburners coming. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. It's a 1st and 10. Smith takes the handoff. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Bruins decide to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. On the return, it's Saunders. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to...
Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. They'll leave it with him. He's there to make the stop.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd down, going up top. He lets one fly deep. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. You got a time. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. catch in the middle. It's Swanson. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think...
Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Saunders. He's going airborne.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on a board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters from there in Pasadena today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Bruins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built to...
Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in his booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Flores. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UCF is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough. They're up by 4 over Oregon State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. Defense. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The pull and throw off the RPO. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Turns it on at midfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Let's go! He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
He's back to throw on second down. That's reeled in. It's Preston. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
You know, that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
You know, this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. They desperately need to get the score here on third and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Wants to go up top. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys, offense.
All kinds of running room. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. The give and tick, 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 tick. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Coming after him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes his connection. Tackled immediately after the catch. The Bruins in the hurry-up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages.
Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Wants to throw on first down and wings it incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Getting some heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He unleashes a long one. Touchdown, UCLA! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Quarterback keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the The stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them.